Hey, this is Dr. Bree, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and why do we work out, ladies? Because it feels good, right? Right. Okay, today we're going to do some crunchless abs. This is safe for diastasis recti or diastasis recti, however you like to say it, and pelvic organ prolapse. This routine does not contain crunches, which can be problematic for those very common conditions. And what you will need is a yoga block or a small firm pillow. We're gonna start lying down on our back, like shown. So you want to start by putting the block between your knees and engage your core muscles. So you want to zip up from your pelvic floor, seal off your pelvic floor, pull in your low tummy. And if you want to start by putting your hands right on each side of your bottom cheeks, that's a good place to start. So make sure your neck is relaxed, your head is relaxed as you use your abdominals to lift your legs off the floor. So use your abs. Of course, you're using your leg muscles too, but use your abs to lift those knees toward the chest. Exhale as you lift and just barely touch the toes down to the ground. So you can try, if that is easy, having your hands down, you can have your hands out to the side. Now notice my low back. It's not arching. I'm keeping a neutral spine position and my tummy is staying pulled in. So remove that block. And again, you're gonna now feel your core, really let your belly expand as you inhale and then pull your tummy in as you exhale. So make this an exercise, not just breathing. So strongly breathe in, everything expands, your lower ribs expand, your low belly expands, and then strongly exhale, lift your pelvic floor, pull in your low belly, exhaling. And then breathe in, big, long, deep inhale, and then strong exhale. Really hollow out that belly, pull belly button to spine, lifting your pelvic floor. One more time. Inhale, let everything expand, and then exhale, pull belly button to spine. Make it loud, like really make it loud. Make it work for you. Now block goes between the knees, and we're gonna do another round of those double leg lifts. So hands by your bottom cheeks or out at the sides. Just make sure that you're exhaling as you lift the knees toward your chest and you're keeping your tummy pulled in and flat. Don't let those abs pop up or tent like sometimes they can do with diastasis recti or diastasis recti. You want to make your tummy feel as flat as possible, sealed off at the pelvic floor, zipped up through the core, and lumbar spine in a neutral position. Don't let your low back arch. 5 more times. Exhale as you lift the knees to the chest. Breathe out. Breathe out. Pull tummy in. Keep your spine steady. Okay. So again, another round of that breathing. You want to really let everything expand and then exhale. Lift the pelvic floor and pull in the tummy. Breathe in, low ribs expand, low back expands, belly expands, and then exhale. Pull the tummy in. Again, breathe in, long, deep inhale, and then exhale. This is one of the best abdominal exercises you can do, and it's so safe for any type of condition such as prolapse or diastasis recti. It really connects you in with your core muscles from the pelvic floor on up through the rest of the core. So shake it all out. Through that whole thing, hopefully your neck wasn't tense and tight. So now hold on to the block with your right hand and then gently clamp against it with your knees. So your legs flop apart and then use your inner thighs to clamp against the block. So exhale as you clamp. Exhale and exhale, exhale, and hold the block and little hip circles, 5 hip circles in a bridge each direction. So reverse directions, 5 hip circles going the other way. Feel that in your glutes, in your waist, And then grab the block with your left hand and some more clamps, a little butterfly position with your legs, and then clamp those inner thighs against the block. This is a great natural activator for your pelvic floor muscles and of course those inner thigh muscles. So the base of the core is really getting some work here. Exhale every time you gently clamp against the block. Now hold that block nice and strong. Again, both knees to your chest. Block between your knees, and we're going to do some rotations here. So drop the knees to one side and then the other. You don't want to go too low. Start out going nice and high off the ground. You're not going all the way down. You want to inhale on the way down and then exhale on the way up. Use your ab muscles to really pull your legs back up to center. Use your abs. Make it slow and controlled. Use those abs. Exhale. Keep your shoulders as much as you can on the ground as you rotate side to side. Shoulders on the ground as you drop the knees. You can go a little lower with the legs if you're comfortable with it. Or keep it higher off the ground if it's a little bit hard for you. Now I'm going to show you an advanced technique here. You're going to kick out your top leg. So straighten out your top leg and then bend it. Straighten out your top leg and then bend it. Remember, you're still exhaling as you bring your legs back up to center. Exhaling, tummy pulls in. Keep your core nice and strong the whole time. Your shoulders down, your neck relaxed. Keep exhaling right now. Exhaling now. Use the abs. The abs are doing the work here. 2 more on each side. Use those abs. Connect in. 1 more on each side. Exhale it up. All right, you're done with that. So block to the side and just lift your hips. Just sort of wiggle your hips side to side like a little zigzag kind of wiggle worm pattern. Just wiggly, wiggly side to side. Feels good. Nice stretch. And relax. Just drop one knee and then the other. Drop it down. Stretch out those hips. Feels so good. Breathe steadily. Never forget to breathe. Now zip up your core. Pelvic floor pulls in. Your low abs pull in. One leg up and hold it nice and strong, and the other leg pulls up. So super strong through the core. And now you're going to straighten one leg at a time. Exhale as you straighten the legs. So, and keep your hands by the sides of your bottom. And that gives you a little support. If you want even more support, you can have your hands actually under your bottom cheeks. Ultimately, maybe at the sides like I'm showing now. And if you're feeling more advanced, you can have them out at the sides like I'm showing now. But just make sure you keep a neutral spine and that you keep breathing. So don't let your low back arch. If you feel a clicking in your hips, you can make your legs go a little higher up toward the ceiling, not so low. A little higher up toward the ceiling, not so straight out and low when you straighten the leg. If you are feeling even really super duper advanced, bring those arms up over your head like I'm showing now. But again, make sure that your low back does not arch. You want to keep a neutral spine position. Now you might want to slow this down a little bit. Go at your own pace. 5 more on each side. Nice and slow. Keep those abs pulled in and keep breathing steadily. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Tummy pulled in. Exhale. Neutral spine. All right, go ahead now, not neutral. Let your spine arch and round. Let your bottom lift off the floor and do that little zigzag wiggle worm bridge. Feels really good, doesn't it? Move your body in a way that feels natural and good for you. Dropping your knees, one side down and then the other, little windshield wiper feeling going on here. and roll to your side, push yourself up, and grab your block. We're gonna go into what's known as a kind of a gate pose. So your block is up on its side, and you're gonna be on your knees. Now you can fold your mat if the ground is hard under your bent knee. You can fold the mat or maybe be on a light cushion. Your foot is either on your toes or you are on your flat foot, like on the top of your foot. But it's straight behind you, pointing straight behind you, and the other leg is straight out to the side. Now lift the pelvic floor. This is really important, especially if you have prolapse. Feel like you're sealing off your pelvic floor, zipped up through the core. And now you're going to touch lightly on the block and then use those oblique muscles. So on the side of my body that has the leg that's straight out to the side and my bent elbow, that's the side where you're wanting to feel it. And I'm showing you now that my foot, I'm actually like it better where my foot is flat on the floor, not my toes on the floor. So you want to feel it in the obliques on that side that's crunching. So right now you're not rotating or twisting, you're just going straight up and down. And I just adjusted my block height there, and you can play with that. You can be on the highest block height or the medium block height or the lowest block height, whatever feels good. Just exhale as you crunch up. Re-seal off your pelvic floor if you need to. Make sure you're lifted through the pelvic floor and pulled in through the low tummy, right above the pubic bone. And then exhale as you go straight up and down. Again, I'm showing you re-sealing up. 5 more, re-sealing up the core, zipping up the core, go straight down and up. Feel that crunch on the side waist. All right, sit down. You can sit on the block if that feels comfortable to you, or just sit on your knees, whatever feels good, and just some nice bust circles, loosen it up. Feels good, nice and loosey-goosey with your back. Do what feels good, shake it out. And now we're gonna do the same gate pose on the other side. So on your knees, pat it up. That back foot, the foot that's pointing back, you can be on your toes or your flat foot, and your other leg is out to the side. I'm kind of showing you the other way. So flat foot or on your toes on that back leg, and the other leg is straight out to the side. So zip up your pelvic floor, seal off your pelvic floor, and then pull in your low tummy right above your pubic bone. Lower ribs pull in so they're not popped forward. And you're just going straight down and straight up. Use those oblique side waist muscles, straight down and straight up. So this is a crunch, but it's not a traditional front crunch, flexion crunch. It's a side, well, it's a side flexion, but it's not that crunch that's gonna hurt and damage you if you have the diastasis or the diastasis recti, if you have that split in your abdominals. This is gonna be working different abdominal muscles, and you wanna re-zip yourself up, re-seal off your pelvic floor, keep going, make sure you're lifted through the pelvic floor. Lower ribs are pulled in, and you're going straight down and straight up. Exhaling as you come up. 5 more. Seal off your pelvic floor. Make sure you're still sealed off and zipped up. Exhale as you do that side crunch. Exhale. Exhale. Feel that lift in your pelvic floor, the pull in of your low tummy. And if any of this is uncomfortable for you or feel like it's not working for your body, don't do it. Just take a rest. Now again, sit down on the block if you need to, or just on your knees, and just do what feels good right here. Just do a nice little bust circle combo again, little shimmy it out, shake it out, let it all go. And then remove that block if you have flexible hips, or you can sit on the block if you need more space in your hips. And you sit up tall and twist to one side. So lift through your spine as you inhale and twist further as you exhale. Just a nice seated twist. Wringing out your internal organs. Feels so good. Keep wringing them out to the same side. And then come back to the middle. Windshield wiper out your legs. Nice hip stretch. Feels good. And then you're going to sit up again. Nice tall seat, lifted through your core, and then you're just gonna twist to the other side. So inhale as you straighten your spine, and exhale, twist into it. Really lift as you inhale and twist further as you exhale. Every time you breathe in, you lift a little more through your spine, and every time you breathe out, you twist a little further without wringing or without yanking on anything. You don't want to tug, you just want to ease into it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. My son was the craft services for this. This is a little picture of him. He's holding a sign that says good. He's my support crew, and those are our snacks. So he did a pretty good job, I thought. So thanks so much for watching. This has been Dr. Bree, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and I want to remind you to come on back and hang out with me again. At FemFusion Fitness, we always want to remind you that if you eat clean and move every day, you will shine brighter. So thanks for watching. See you next time.